On behalf of the staff of Phillip Literary Works, LLC, I want to welcome you to this evening stage reading of Blacks and Whites, written, produced, and directed by Phillip W. Weiss. Now I want to introduce the cast. Stephen Ackerman, Kim Austin, Anna Auidence, Jerry Davis Kuda, Jeff Kim, Anita Nesmith, Marie Sakiri, and I'm Kelly Kazak. There will be a 10-minute intermission after Act 1, and once again, please turn off all electronic devices during the reading. We hope you enjoy the show.
Okay, so.
River of Time.
Okay.
River of Time by Phillip W. Weiss. Don't be angry, don't be sad. Just be happy, just be glad. Life flows on, just like a stream. It passes by like a sweeper's dream. You walk your dog and you pet your cat. It gives you pleasure that you hope will last. So when you chat, just keep in mind that life flows on like a river of time. Dear audience, what you're about to witness are people dealing with issues that affect their lives. These people and their issues are a part of the river of time that is sweeping all of us forward to where and what no one knows. But one thing is for certain. Change is inevitable. It is a part of existence. Nothing remains the same forever. And what we think is permanent and certain to our lives is merely a minute speck of something infinitely larger, an all-encompassing entity called eternity.
Act 1, time 1939. Place, a room. Location, Hollywood, California. The stage is dark. From offstage, a song can be heard.
Rock-a-bye your baby with a Dixie melody. When you croon a tune from the heart of Dixie. Hang that cradle, mammy mine, right from that Mason-Dixon line, and swing it from Virginia to Tennessee with all the soul that's in ya. Mammy, listen what they're playing. They're playing Weep No More, My Lady. Sing it for me, and old Black Joe.
I can't stand it anymore. I tell you, that song just gets me so riled up singing about old Black Joe. Well, guess what? I'm black, and my name is Jim, which is almost the same as Joe. So whenever I hear that song, I think they're singing about me. Now, I know it's only a song, and supposedly nobody means any harm by it, but still, as a black man, I don't like it. Singing about us like we had nothing better to do than listen to some old joker sing about, of all places, Dixie. You know, that lovely place where blacks have to pay a toll tax and vote, and have to eat in segregated restaurants, use segregated bathrooms, attend segregated schools, where they treat us like we some kind of disease.
A large, heavy black woman enters the scene. She is carrying a basket full of laundry. She is dressed as a maid.
What you fussing about now, Jim?
Mickle ain't nothing.
Well, there gotta be something, because I hear you running your mouth a mile away.
What's that damn song again? Gets on my nerves.
What are you complaining about? Aren't they singing about me too? At least somebody is singing about us.
Hush your mouth, woman.
You're always fussing.
Yeah, so what?
So nothing.
Stop your gabbing. You're just trying to make trouble. Who do you think you are anyway?
Somebody who doesn't go around running their mouth like a damn fool.
Well, who would listen to you anyway? You got nothing useful to say.
Well, ain't you, Mr. Big Shot, sounding so high and mighty? You haven't done a good day's work in I don't know how long.
So what? You're nothing but a maid, a servant. You have no right to criticize.
I do my work and get paid for it, which is more than I can say for you.
Hush up now, woman. They took my name, made a mockery of it, put it in a song, make it sound like I'm just a stupid, simple fool, and now I gotta deal with your nonsense?
Nonsense, nothing. I gotta put up with the same guff as you. But you don't hear me complaining, and besides, what good would it do?
Every time you talk that way, it practically make me want to scream. Like in that overblown movie about the old South. Your civility actually makes me sick.
Listen, boy, they paid me good to play that role, so shut your face.
Yeah, they paid you good, but you still pay a loudmouth fool, and it ain't worth no amount of money worth that.
If you keep running your face like that, I'm gonna dump this laundry on your head.
You all talk.
Well, what am I supposed to do? I need the money, and I would rather have money in the bank than nothing on the plate.
You wouldn't go starving. No way.
Why do you say that?
Because there'll be other jobs.
Jim, you are dumber than a mule that's been kicked in the head.
No, I'm not. When you play those roles, you have no idea how you hurting your own people.
My people? What you talking about now?
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Jim, if you keep vexing me this way, I'm gonna let you have it, but good.
What's the matter? Can't handle the truth?
I can handle anything you throw at me, but not when you're not making any sense.
Now it's you who's being dumb.
Oh, it's me being dumb. No, 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 I am just annoyed at you.
Well, you wouldn't be so annoyed if you thought I wasn't telling the truth.
Look here, mister. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm making good money, okay? And without that money, I'd be out on the street.
No, Mabel, you upset because deep down inside you know that you're selling out to people for a few bucks.
Here we go with that people talk.
That's right, Mabel. They're your people whether you like it or not. You're a public figure, a symbol, and when the public see you on screen, they think that all black women are meant to be maids and all black men stevedores.
Jim, you are so wrong. First, I don't represent nobody. And second, who the hell are you to lecture me on how I should make a living?
Who am I, you ask? I'm the guy who refused to sell out. Yeah, I could have made a bundle playing a shuffling, mumbling Negro like some of them other brothers do. But I told her, screw you and your money. I have my dignity.
And what did that get you?
At least I know I ain't laughed at.
Yeah, you got that right. Nobody's laughing, and nobody's paying you either.
That's right, Mabel. Nobody's paying.
Oh, so it's a question of pride.
I'm saying no such thing, and don't put words in my mouth.
Then what exactly are you saying?
What I'm saying is this. At some point, we got to make a stand, make our voices heard, demand respect to be treated as equal.
Have you been drinking again?
No, I haven't. And what I'm saying has nothing to do with whether I'm drunk. It has to do with being part of a system that perpetuates ugly, racist stereotypes that keep us down.
Don't you think I know that? Don't you think I know how those movies make me look?
Yeah, Mabel, I know you know. And that's what irks me, because you know better and still you take the money.
You think we're really despised, don't you?
Maybe that's a little too strong a word, but we not liked, that's for sure.
You got a point.
I know I got a point.
Yeah. Why should I be playing a maid? For once, let him show some white girl pushing a mop while I'm all decked out and gallivanting around.
Yeah, that would sure be a grand sight.
I earned it. And I would be partying and laughing and whooping it up.
I know
really enjoying myself.
I know you would, Mabel. In fact, your words got me feeling kind of fired up.
That's right, Jim. Let's go and show them who's boss.
Well, I'm no fool. I'm a man, and I want what's mine.
A young white guy in black face enters the scene.
Oh, stop your squawking.
What are you doing here, Randy? This is a private conversation, so get lost.
Get lost yourself, bro. We're on company property, so I have as much right to be here as you. Now, I don't appreciate the way you so rudely interrupted my singing. I'm a singer and I do blackface, and if you got a problem with that, then too bad.
You are nasty and shameless, too. When you put that paint on your face, you're mocking me and every black person on this planet.
You don't know what you're talking about. It's called entertainment, pal, and only an idiot would take that personally.
You calling me an idiot?
Yeah, I guess I am, because that's what you sound like. I make a living as a minstrel, and now you're trying to take away my job, and I don't like it.
Well, what you're doing is wrong. Plain wrong.
Says you. Hey, pal, there's an audience out there for what I do, and I'm not about to starve just to satisfy you. Got that?
What about me, pal? I gotta make a living, too.
Who's stopping you?
You white people are making me take garbage rolls way below what I can do.
You are so off base. So naive, in fact, that it's laughable.
Why are you laughing?
Yeah. Because I've heard all this crap before, and let me tell you, it's just a bunch of hot air. You're lucky you're even working. Most of my pals are flat broke.
So I'm lucky to be working. What of it?
You keep complaining. You think I got the one up on you because I'm white?
Yes, I do. You're singing in blackface, and that blackface could be me.
Ah, shows how much you know. First, I'm not you. Second, I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I was dirt poor, probably a lot poorer than you, and I had to bum my way to get here. Hop freight cars and the like. It wasn't easy, no siree. Nobody gave me anything. The studios wanted me to sing blackface, so I took the roles. What's the problem? Meanwhile, you're getting work too because you're black.
Yeah, garbage rolls that denigrate my people.
So what? That's not your doing, it's work. So stop being so prideful. You're just one of the workers.
You just don't get it.
I do get it. I understand exactly what you're talking about. You feel you deserve better roles, but you can't get them because you're black, and the roles that you do get make you and your people look bad.
That's right. You're not so dumb after all.
I could take offense at that crack, but I won't. You got that chip on your shoulder, and if you don't get rid of it, it's going to bring you down, fast and hard, and you can't afford that.
Easy for you to say being white.
That's right. I'm white, and you're black, so where's that leave us?
You tell me.
You brought this subject up, not me, so it's your problem, not mine. I'm just trying to get by.
Would you like it if black guys started doing whiteface and took away your job?
Let's see you do it. I'll even buy you the paint.
Now you taunting me.
Oh, why are you people always so touchy? I'm talking to you straight. The roles we play are market-driven, meaning that if there were enough people out there willing to pay to see you do whiteface, then you'd be doing whiteface, and then maybe I'd be the one scrounging. But no way would I blame that on you.
Yeah, imagine me doing whiteface.
Yeah, you'd be run out of town faster than a dog with rabies. Or maybe even strung up. Things like that have been known to happen in this country.
That's not exactly a laughing matter.
Your lady friend is right. And as for you, sister, if people didn't want to see you playing maids, mammies, and the like, well, you'd be plumb out of luck. That's your bread and butter, so deal with it. I have my bread and butter act, too.
Yeah, mocking black people. All you white people are the same. Patronizing us, putting us down, making us think we should be grateful for the crumbs you throw at us.
You tell 'em, Jim. I ain't no maid.
Listen, Jack. Those crumbs, as you put it, pay your bills. You're working, and if you don't like the roles, move on. There's 100 other brothers willing to take your place, and there's 1,000 other guys willing to take mine.
Boy, you're talking high and mighty like you know it all, but you don't. You can't, 'cause you're not black.
And you're not white, so how can you understand where I'm coming from?
We don't. That's the problem. You can be whatever you want. We can't. We are labeled. We can't change the color of our skin.
I can't change the color of my skin either, so what's your point?
Boy, from what I can see, it looks like you have. But we know it's just makeup. My point is, young man, you're white and we live in a racist society and you have opportunities denied to black folk because of race. In some parts of this country, we can't even drink from the same water fountain as you. Yet you're telling us we have no cause to complain about unfair treatment?
That's right. Didn't the Supreme Court rule that separate but equal is constitutional?
Yes, it did. But that don't make it right. Courts make mistakes too.
Maybe they do. But right now, that's the law of the land, so why don't you just get off my case already?
I'm not on your case. It's people like you who are on ours.
You're in fantasy land. Like I said, I'm just trying to get by. I want better roles too. You think I'm happy playing a minstrel singer? I can act too. But I take whatever roles I can get because I got a family to feed and this is the only way I know to make a living.
If you're looking for sympathy from me, you come to the wrong place.
I don't need or want your sympathy. I don't want or need your sympathy. I don't want your friendship. In fact, I don't even want to know you. I just want to let you know that you're way off base and that the more you complain, the more you drive people away, and that doesn't help your career any.
If I do, so be it. All I know is that if things was fair, I'd be a major superstar. There's no denying that.
Whatever you say, pal. I now leave you to wallow in your fantasies. Goodbye, sister. Maybe we'll see each other on a set.
Yeah, but how will I recognize you if you are in blackface?
Randy exits.
Well, now that's the kind of stupidity we got to put up with. You know, Jim, given a chance, you could have been the Black Clark Gable.
Bigger than Gable, that's right. I'd be getting all the lead roles.
You think so?
I know so.
I wonder what those white girls would have said about you playing a Southern gentleman.
Who cares what they say? They say, all I know is that I wouldn't be taking no guff from them. That's for sure.
Hey, I know them better than you do, and believe me, none of them are anything to write home about.
Yeah, but some of them are so pretty.
And white and snobs. Ooh, what I would have liked to have said to some of those girls.
I bet you could have had a lot to say.
A young, beautiful white woman wearing a revealing dress and spike-heeled shoes enters the scene.
What's your problem, honey? You jealous or something?
Look at you, prancing around here like some two-bit whore. Who do you think you are?
My name is Fluffy, and I'm the gal you love to be.
No, you ain't, Fluffy, if that is your real name.
Oh, yes, I am. And that is my real name. And you wouldn't be yapping so loud about girls like me if what I said weren't true.
Gals like you are so stuck up it sickens me.
I can't help being beautiful. Now, if you don't mind, I have to go to wardrobe. And by the way, my boyfriend owns a studio. And if you don't watch what you say, you may be out of a job.
Why, you nasty, sniveling piece of
Don't say it, Mabel.
You're lucky I'm a lady.
Oh, you're a lady. I doubt that. You've had your way with men, too. Why, you with the man right now.
Ooh, you have such a filthy mind.
You know, I have feelings, too. And just because I am young and white and beautiful gives you no right to rag on me.
Girlie, it's not your look that's the problem, it's your attitude.
Think what you want, mammy dearest. And besides, who cares what you have to say? You're a nobody.
Watch your mouth, young lady. At least I have my self-respect, and if I was your mammy, I'd be giving you a whooping so hard that you wouldn't be able to sit for a week. Does your mother know how shameless you are?
Of course she does. In fact, she's my manager, and I'm her meal ticket, and she knows it.
Good Lord. Depravity knows no bounds. Next thing, you'll be telling us that your pappy is your pimp.
Oh, no, nothing like that. He left when I was 8 years old. But who cares now? He's nothing but a drunk anyway. He used to beat my mom. Well, that's in the past. Now, I'm making money, lots of money, and I live in a huge house with servants, real servants, all of them black, who don't mouth off, know their place, and do their jobs.
Someday you'll get your comeuppance. You can count on it.
Well, that day hasn't arrived, and I thank you not to talk so nasty to me.
I'll talk any way I want, and if you don't like it, then go ahead and tell your boyfriend.
I like you, even if you don't like me.
Honey Bunch, time to go. The car's running. They're waiting for you on the set.
Oh, that's my boyfriend. Gotta leave now. Love you. And stop being so judgmental. I gotta make a living too.
Fluffy stands there for a moment, looks at Mabel and Jim, then exits.
See what I'm talking about, Jim?
She seemed kind of fine to me.
Get your mind out the gutter. What I can't understand now is why good-looking guys like that character Clark Gable played in that Old South movie, a guy who could have had any woman he wants, anywhere in the world, would waste their time going after spoiled, self-centered floozies like Fluffy, who lead them on and don't put out.
Now don't start tearing down Gable too. He had enough problems in that movie.
I've had it up to here with those stuck-up bimbos. They're nothing but highfalutin, prissy-faced teasers who get guys so bamboozled they soon don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, you're right. But a lot of men are weak for that type. By the way, why are you on Gable case anyway? Did he do something bad to you?
He wouldn't have the nerve to try. And besides, what I'm saying ain't personal. I'm just trying to make a point.
Which is?
That I'm really sick and tired of playing a maid now, and I'm all messed up in the head because of you.
Because of me?
Yeah, because of you. Because before I started talking to you, I was feeling fine. Didn't have a care in the world. Now I'm all upset and sounding like a blithering fool.
Good.
Good? You mean it's okay for me to be upset and sound like a blithering fool?
Of course not. What you're now feeling is something called social consciousness. The first time you feel it, it hits you real hard. Like something that grabs you by the gut and won't let go. We all go through it.
So this is normal?
As normal as breathing. You get over it real soon, and after you do, you'll be a stronger and wiser person for it.
It's kind of scary.
That's okay. Go with the feeling. Remember, you're not alone.
Oh, those nasty thieves. I ought to go right up to the front office right now and give them a piece of my mind.
That's right, Mabel. You do that.
In the past 2 years, I made 27 movies, playing maids and mammies and washerwomen. Well, that's finished. Do you know that I went to college and majored in accounting?
You don't say.
I do say. I know I could at least play a secretary. But do you think they would ever cast me as an office worker? No! So, how about you and me going to the front office and having a little talk with the boss?
You mean the two of us?
Yeah, the two of us.
That wouldn't be a good idea.
Why not?
Because they'd laugh us right off the set.
What's the matter? You're afraid? I thought you were a union man or something.
Shut up. Don't say that too loud. Somebody may hear you.
Why are you being so secretive?
Because if they even think that you're in the union, they'll fire you. So we gotta be careful.
Now you're telling me this after you done got me all riled up.
I wasn't trying to get you all riled up. I was just trying to help you better appreciate your situation.
I don't recall ever asking for your help.
Then why are we talking?
Because you were running off at the mouth and I came to check on you. Don't you remember?
That didn't mean you had to talk to me.
Well, what was I supposed to do? Just stand there and watch you flapping your lips?
I was just blowing off some steam. It gets so frustrating knowing that I'm being kept down.
I understand how you feel, Jim. I'm in the same boat as you. You know, just like we were in that musical about the riverboat steamer.
The captain was okay. It was his wife that was the problem. A real dried up coon. And cheap too, just like they all are. I remember while I was rehearsing the main song for that movie, the director was there listening to me, and after I finished, he struck up a conversation with me telling me how much he liked what he heard and asking me how I liked being in the movie and telling me how glad he was that I was a part of the cast. So since he was being so friendly, I figured I'd ask him for a pay raise. So I asked. Immediately, he started hemming and moaning and groaning about expenses and overheads and the like. You know, like he trying to brush me off. Until finally I couldn't take it no more, and I blew up at him.
You gotta be more careful.
I couldn't help myself. He was patronizing me, talking down to me.
A smartly dressed white man enters the scene.
Wait a minute, partner. I'm the guy you're talking about, and I think you got things a little mixed up here.
Who are you calling partner, Jack?
You. And why are you being so touchy?
Because of the way you treated me when I asked you for a raise. You brushed me off like I was nothing, nobody.
That's not the way I recall it, not at all. And I'd appreciate if you'd stop trying to make me look bad.
Me trying to make you look bad? I think you got things mixed up there.
Oh, do I? I think not.
Did I or did I not ask you for a raise?
Yes, you did ask me for a raise, and yes, I did say no, but what you're leaving out is why I said no.
Well, no is no.
That's right, no is no. So what's the problem?
I bet if I was white, you would have sung a different tune to me.
On that, you're way off base. Yes, you're black, and yes, we live in a racist country, but my telling you I couldn't give you a pay raise had nothing to do with race. It was a business decision.
There we go again. The usual denial, the usual smoke screens.
Call it what you want, but times are tough and we're operating on a very slim profit margin. And if we don't make money, then we're all out of work. And you wouldn't want that, would you?
Oh boy. Now you're pleading poverty again, just like all you studio bosses do whenever the subject of money comes up. You have money for big houses, expensive cars, fine-looking ladies, but when it comes to actually paying guys like me what we're worth, it's the old, we can't afford it routine.
Well, we can't, and that's a fact, and if you think that has something to do with you being black, then I don't know what else to tell you. I would love to pay you more money, but the coffers are running dry. As it is, that Riverboat movie almost bankrupted the studio. Yes, it was a great movie, and yes, you were wonderful in it, but it cost a ton of money to produce and market, and we didn't even make enough money to cover costs. We were lucky that we even met the payroll.
And we're supposed to believe that? You and the other studios practically own this town.
You really believe all that hype? I thought you knew better than that, but I guess... I thought you knew better than that, but I guess I was wrong. We owe so much money to the banks that sometimes I'm amazed that the banks haven't foreclosed on us. But then again, they know that if they did, they'd be going down with us too.
That's a bunch of jobs. It's the same old malarkey.
Not jive talk, real talk, honest talk. And while we're on the subject of talk, I just want to let you know that according to your contract, if you say anything that is detrimental to the interests of the studio, we have the right to terminate your contract immediately.
What?
That's right. Section 3, Clause 2 states, and I quote, "Actor agrees to refrain from making any comments that can be reasonably deemed as being detrimental to the best interests of the studio. Violations of this clause can result in immediate termination of the contract," close quote.
Let me see that.
Jack hands Jim the paper. Jim looks at it.
I can hardly see the print.
Your signature is at the bottom.
I was hoodwinked. You never told me about this.
Well, that's not my fault. You signed the contract. You should have read it before signing.
How could I read what I can't see? I wonder what else that contract says.
You are a snake in the grass.
No, I'm not. First, that's a standard contract, and second, I'm a businessman trying to make a living making movies, and because of me and other studio execs like me, you people have good jobs. If it weren't for us, you'd be on a farm picking cotton or working as a maid, a real maid.
Oh yeah? And if it wasn't for us, you'd be hunched over a sewing machine in some disgusting, smelly sweatshop in New York City. So don't you go lording over us.
Listen, Jim, I'm just telling you how it is.
Jack, you one cool customer. All of a sudden, race doesn't mean anything. Okay. If race is not a factor, then I want to be cast in the lead role in your next movie.
You know I can't do that.
Why not, pray tell?
It wouldn't sell.
How do you know that?
The public just won't buy a black man in the lead role in a major motion picture.
Based on what?
Based on what I know the public wants. Look, I know where you're going with this and I commiserate with you. But we gotta be realistic, and if we try to market a movie starring a black man in a lead role, we'll be put out of business. It won't sell. Further, we'd be boycotted, attacked, lambasted, and possibly even prosecuted. And I'm not willing to risk everything I've worked for to find out if I'm wrong.
You're pathetic. All you're doing is pandering to racism. You know, I can do the job. You know that I'm the best you have. Yet you won't act on it. You're just a wimp. Like they all are.
You have no right to attack me. I got you top billing in some big movies, and if that's not good enough for you, you can see yourself to the door.
That's all you people are good for. Hiring and firing and looking at the bottom line. The truth means nothing. So what are we supposed to do? Kiss your behinds? Grovel at your feet?
No, just do your jobs and hope for the best.
That's easy for you to say, Jack, or so I say, yassam, and shuffle on out of here.
Can the sarcasm. I'm not the problem. I gotta go now.
Jack exits.
He has to go now, probably to the bathroom. Him and his party talk, what a joke. Meanwhile, nothing has changed.
You're right, but at least you've been a featured player in a major movie, which is a lot more than can be said for most black actors.
Yeah, I was a featured player, but I wasn't a star. And it's the stars who make the big money. And in this world without money, you're nothing, which is especially true for a black man.
Well, if you were a star, then maybe nobody would want to see your movies, and then where would you be?
You're missing my point.
No, I'm not missing your point. Do you honestly think that white people would pay to see movies starring a black man?
Yes, I do. But right now, I'm just a hired hand, meaning that I have to scrounge around for an extra nickel or dime, just like they doing me some kind of favor. That's how they keep us down. But boy, would people be singing a different tune if I had the big bucks, then I'd be calling the shots. Wherever I go, it'll be the red carpet treatment and first class service. And why? Because money talks, as the saying goes. It trumps everything. Even race, even the most nasty, vicious, stupid, goose-stepping bigot would think twice before closing the door in my face. And that's a fact.
Well, if you think you can make money, then why don't you start your own production company? Then you'd be your own boss.
It takes money to make money. You got money to invest?
Don't mock me, boy. You know I don't. But if I had the money, I'd give it to you. You know I would.
That's easy talking. We both know you can't deliver.
Well, what do you want me to say?
The truth?
I'm telling you the truth, and truthfully, I don't have money to help you.
So much for the truth. If I had money, I'd hire the finest black actors, make the grandest movies, musicals, comedies and dramas, everything. I'd drive them white companies right out of business. Because when we black people are given a chance to compete fair and square, then we always come out on top. Look at Joe Lewis and Jesse Owens.
Those boys are great, but how many white people you think would go pay to see your shows?
Plenty would, because quality entertainment always sells. Now that's a fact. It's just a question of financing, and that's where we're behind the 8 ball, because they got all the money and we don't. And that's what gives them the power to call the shots. And being black just make everything worse.
That's for sure. I wanted to try out for the role of the Wicked Witch in that wizard movie, but when I showed up at the audition, the director looked at me, started laughing, and then started talking to me like I was a child. It was so humiliating.
You can do better than being in junk like that. Silly story. Just to show you what kind of fluff passed for entertainment today.
Well, maybe it was fluff, but that movie made a ton of money.
It did.
I read that in the newspaper.
Well, good for them. It's just amazing how these movie big shots manage to make so much money peddling what they trying to pass off as quality entertainment. But they pay a price too, Because the more money they make, the more decadent they become. Which is what happens when you have too much money to spend and you're not working on it. Like I told Jack, I see them coming and going every day, openly flaunting their wealth with their fancy clothes and big catered meals, expensive cars, and slutty bimbos acting like they such big shots. Sooner or later, they all get into trouble, which is okay by me because to them, we don't even exist. Well, it's about time a black man changed all that.
And maybe a black woman too. For instance, in that movie about the Old South, I played a freed slave who's still loyal to my old master. I think if I was in charge, I'd definitely make a few changes to that storyline. I mean, why the hell would I want to be loyal to my old master? What did he ever do for me?
Beats me.
That's right. That's exactly what he did. Beat you, beat us. But that's how they wrote the story because that's what the public, the white public, wanted. I wonder what people would have thought if they saw me, a black mammy, coming up with the money to buy the plantation. I bet black folk all over the world would have loved to see that.
I know I would have. Where would you get the money?
Well, maybe I would find it under a rock while walking through the woods.
Who believe that?
Who cares? It's a movie, remember?
That's true. In movie land, everything is possible.
It's no stranger than some of the fluff, the other fluff that Hollywood tries to pass off as quality entertainment. And besides, doesn't a mammy deserve a little bit of luck?
Now that you mention it, she sure does. And so do the rest of us too.
And after that, I bought the farm. I become a lady of leisure.
While still playing a maid?
Of course not, you fool. I'd be a lady of property. But of course, that would never happen in the movies because people are used to seeing black women play maids and other low roles. I wonder how people would feel seeing movies about pretty white gals doing laundry all day, washing the dishes, mopping the floor. I don't think they'd be too happy with that.
You won't get any argument from me on that point. That's just what I've been saying. We expected to take them demeaning roles for one reason only. Because we black.
Kim, all that's true. And now I'm mad. I'm so mad I could take this laundry and dump it on the street. But I know that won't do no good. I'd just be making a mess, and besides, it wouldn't do no good.
A stout, middle-aged white woman enters the scene. Oh, stop your bitching already.
Who are you?
My name is Agnes, and I've played in over 200 movies.
Well, what do you want?
Just to tell you that things haven't been fun and games for me either. I've played so many dumb ethnic roles that sometimes I don't